All right, now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you very much for all of your support. I want to say thank you for, being awesome, for being here with the streams every day with me and hanging out with me and supporting me in all the ways that you do. I love doing this for a living, and I appreciate that. And if you love my daily live streams and all the on-demand videos that I put out on YouTube and you want to step up and support in a way rather than just being a regular viewer, you can. And there's many ways you can. The first is checking out my Patreon at patreon.com/darksidephil, where your monthly pledges will earn you personal perks. In particular, this month, if you're a $5 pledgee, and if we do hit the sub goal this month to do the special event, which I'm going to mention in just a few minutes, you'll be able to have priority access to nominate and vote on games for the upcoming Viewers' Choice event, all right? But there's many other things you can get. Just give it a look. Patreon.com/darksidephil, and thanks to anyone who pledges. I appreciate it. I also have a Teespring store, and here comes the new title card for that, which is funny that it came up at this point. All kinds of DSPGaming merch, t-shirts, hoodies, mugs, all kinds of stuff. And in fact, today I'm wearing one of the shirts. I felt that today, being that I was going to be playing Phoenix Wright, a game that I've played over the course of my 10 years as a content creator, I wore my 10 years of Dark Side Phil shirt on the stream. This is just one of many designs that you can get over on my Teespring shop. If you buy something, obviously you get a really high quality collectible, and it helps me out a little bit. So thanks to anyone who contributes. Okay? Now, if you're here live on the stream, all right, and you would like to contribute live and get a shout out for your contribution, you can. If you either cheer, sub, or tip during today's live stream, I will give you a shout out live. Okay? As you see, we have a Stream Stats leaderboard that is in effect. Excuse me, I'm drinking a seltzer water, so I'm getting gassy. We got a Stream Stats leaderboard in effect, where I'll be tracking things like total number of subs and the current top cheerer and top tipper of the day. So it's a way for you to get extra recognition. All right. In addition, we actually have the cheering leaderboard that's integrated into Twitch itself. And this it is, you can be seen above the Twitch stream chat. I'll be doing a shout out for the top cheerers of the week in just a few minutes here. Okay. So many ways for you to contribute and to help out. We are trying to hit a sub goal this month. We're trying to hit 600 subscribers. If we hit 600 subscribers this month, we're going to be doing a Viewers' Choice event. It's the first time I've ever done one like this. And you might say, so what is this Viewers' Choice event? Well, basically, if we hit 600 subs this month, over the course of May, everyone's going to be able to nominate and vote on games that they want to see me play. And what I'm going to do is take those nominations and narrow them down into, say, like the top 10 nominations. And then we're going to have a public poll that everyone's going to vote on to determine what is the next, Viewers' Choice playthrough. You guys will pick what game do you want to see me play on stream and on YouTube. All right? Typically, these Viewers' Choice events end up being very interesting. I mean, this Phoenix Wright game I'm playing today is because of a similar event with patrons. This new one is going to be open to everybody. So it behooves you to subscribe to the channel. In fact, if you guys didn't see in the stream chat, we've got a new emo just for the Phoenix Wright playthrough. It's the Objection 2-parter emo. So a brand new one just for this playthrough. If you like Phoenix Wright and you want to use the Objection emote during the playthrough, this is an incentive to subscribe, right? So what do you get for subscribing? You get access to all of my emotes. You don't have to watch advertisements when I take ad breaks during the stream. And you get a cool chat crown badge to show how long you've been a supporter. Okay? So many benefits to subscribing to the channel. Outside of all that, I don't have much else to say plugs-wise. I just want to say thanks to anyone who even considers contributing. It's your contributions that keep me going and allow me to keep doing this, for a living. So thank you very much. All right. Let's get the shout-outs, shall we? Let's get the shout-outs for those who have contributed already. Okay, let's go over here and scroll on down. All right, so we actually start off today with Purio Niku, who cheered and said, as someone who started watching your channel in 2012 and became a huge fan of the Phoenix Wright playthroughs, I always wanted you to try the next game, whether there was downtime. Hope you can still have fun with it now. Yeah, I mean, it's been over 5 years since I played one of the mainstream Phoenix Wright games, and it's been just under 5 years. No, more than 5 years. No, under 5 years. People say it was October 2014, right? So about 4.5 years since I played Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright. So it's been a while. So I hope you guys are going to enjoy this, especially because we know how long these playthroughs can be. I certainly hope that you guys will enjoy this. You'll be around. You'll be supportive. We'll all enjoy it together. It's the first time I'm doing it as a live interactive stream. I've never done Phoenix Wright like this before. It's always been me kind of playing the game, and even if I streamed it, just kind of ignoring you guys. This should be interesting, to say the least. Okay? All right, so thank you, Purio Niku. Appreciate that. B-Boy Cyclone has subscribed to the channel for 30 months and says, 30 months hype. Congrats on your marriage, bro. Thank you very much, B-Boy Cyclone. Okay, K Styles, 1998, subscribed for 29 months. He says, this Phoenix Wright is the best of the trilogy. Yes, the Honorable Judge Santa Claus is still the judge. Plus, almost everyone from the other 2 games will make a return for the ultimate climax. Well, there you go. And then K Styles did a 200-bit cheer. So that makes K Styles the top cheer of the day. Let's get him up there on the leaderboard before we continue on here with shout-outs. Oops, 200. 200-bit cheer. There we go. Okay, thank you, K Styles. Appreciate that. All right, continuing on. Lou. I can't even pronounce this name. I'm sorry. Someone tipped $1 and says, I am from France, mon ami. I have 2 questions. Why not use Instagram story for random pictures and videos? And if you were younger, what would you advise your current self in terms of managing your finances? Well, a couple things. All right. First of all, Instagram story. I don't even know much about it. I know they added this thing to Instagram. I think it was last year. I'm not even 100% sure. I don't really know how it works. And the truth of the matter is, I barely use Instagram. Like, this year, I used Instagram, I think, 1 picture, and then when I went on my trip to Connecticut. And that was it. You know, like, before then, the last picture I did was something at Christmas. So, I don't really use Instagram that much. It's not a big deal. Like, I understand it has all these things, stories, whatever. It was one thing when years and years ago I took pictures of everything. I don't do that anymore. As you guys know, I try to separate my personal life from my streaming life, work and personal life balance. I think it makes more sense to do it that way because, you know, I don't want that crossover and I don't want negative things from work carrying into personal life. So I really don't use Instagram that much anymore. All right. So the bottom line is I don't think it's that big of a deal. I appreciate the suggestion, but I don't think I would really make use of it. As for advising my current self about finances and everything, the thing is, you couldn't do that. Like, I'll give you an example. If it was 2011, right? And I came back in time to 2011 Phil, and I said, 2011 Phil, listen, YouTube's going to fall out, the bottom's going to fall out, and what you need to do is you need to diversify more quickly. You need to jump on the live streaming bandwagon even earlier while you're still white hot popular. So that way, people will watch you both on live streaming sites and on YouTube. So if when YouTube does fall apart, which it will, and you have nothing to do with it, you'll have basically already jumped into the streaming. Because the thing is, I didn't become a full-time streamer till 2017. And certainly not to say that, certainly not to say that the streaming hasn't been successful. It is. I mean, my live streaming on Twitch is my main source of income, and it's incredibly successful. But I think that if I had started live streaming back when I was really popular, I would have blown up. I would have been one of the big streaming guys. You know what I mean? Because there's guys on here, like, I'll give you an example. Dan's Gaming. That guy was one of the earlier guys to do live streaming with gaming, and he's humongous. He was one of the originators. And he's still around huge, you know. And, you know, more power to him. He saw the trend and said, I need to start doing this right away. And he jumped into it and boom, he exploded and became one of the giant guys, right? If I had started live streaming, you know, back then, I think that things would have turned out a lot better overall. Because then when YouTube fell out, which it did, I would have been like, who cares? I'm already big on Twitch, you know, who gives a shit? But it was more like YouTube fell out, then I had to rush over to Twitch and try to salvage everything. But who would have known that? You know what I mean? There's no way you could predict any of that. And that's what they think. Like, they say hindsight is 20/20. But back then, you don't know what's going to happen. Back then, it was like YouTube was insanely popular. YouTube was ginormous. It was much bigger than any live streaming or anything. So how the hell would you have known what was going to happen, that YouTube internally, their management would be so piss poor and automate everything and make the whole fucking website fall apart into a toxic mess. You never would have predicted that, you know? So, yeah, you know, I'm not going to go into massive detail about this. All right. The Love Condo, to me $1, says, if one wants to visit America for holiday, what would you advise in terms of security, devices with pirated movies, and preparation to have a smooth immigration procedure? What? I know nothing about any of that. I've lived in America my whole life. I've never been like a tour. I mean, yes, when I travel to other states or whatever as a tourist, there are certain precautions that I take. You know, you always make sure that if you're on a flight, you're wearing comfortable clothes, but you're also wearing clothes where you don't have loose pockets and shit, where things can easily be stolen. If you're in a big city, you basically pay your own mind, and you don't freaking get distracted by people on the street who then might have someone come pickpocket you and stuff. Well, you know, I don't know anything. Like, I'm not a travel aficionado. I certainly don't know anything about the immigration process to the United States. You're asking the wrong dude. So I appreciate the $1 tip, but I have no idea, and I can't really help you. Okay. Okay. The Honest Troll cheered. He says, finished your podcast. My podcast was from Sunday, by the way. It covered my entire Connecticut trip. He says, great to know that your mom was able to talk some sense into you regarding your finances and the like. But this is things that fans and detractors alike have been telling you for months, and most of the time you shot them down. The difference here, the Honest Troll, and this is to be very, very honest with you, is my mom fully 100% understands my full perspective of everything, because I tell her everything behind the scenes, including my personal life and everything. And she basically, you know, we had a long, drawn-out 2+ hour conversation about all of this that allowed me to kind of understand, okay, with how things are currently, this makes sense. Versus someone randomly cheering on a random stream, hey, Phil, you should stop being a full-time streamer and get a job. That's completely different. That's not even in the same realm. And it's hilarious that someone would think that that's exactly the same thing, because it's not. And you should just stop trying to, because what it is, well, I told Phil 8 months ago that I don't think that he could be a full-time streamer and he should go get a job. So, obviously, I was right all along. No, you weren't. In fact, you're completely wrong, because I can't even do that right now anyway. But that's what people do, is they, oh, well now, because Phil had a talk with his mom and determined that in the long term, that he probably can't stream for the rest of his life full time, that I was right all along. No, you weren't. Not at all. You were not even close to saying the same exact thing. So you can stop trying to pat yourself on the back and stroke your e-dick, because you had nothing whatsoever to do with that process at all. Like I said, it was a completely different thing where my mom and I talked all about all the different facets of my life and my marriage with Kat and our lives moving forward and everything. And, you know, I kind of came to a realization over time based on factors. All right? Not based on someone sending me a random cheer somewhere or, you know, saying something on stream chat. So, no. Sorry, not the same. Stop that. Okay. Last Rambo cheered. He says, I know you stopped playing VR games, but I miss your playthroughs of them because they break the bold. I think he might say break the mold. Why not make a Patreon goal for it, since it'll be paid for, and not worry too much on Twitch interaction? Well, there's two reasons. Number one, because I'm going to be very honest with you, no one really is going to be pledging to Patreon to hit goals anymore. And I realized this, you know, last year when I basically integrated all my stuff and changed it from Patreon to Twitch-based goals every month, that there's very little I'm going to be able to do to motivate anyone to pledge to Patreon anymore, besides people who just want to help on a monthly basis or maybe get some of the perks. Doing events based on Patreon just will not work anymore. They just won't. If I was an on-demand content creator for YouTube, they would. But I'm a live streamer. My livelihood is based on Twitch interaction. That's what I focus on. So now saying, oh, I'm going to do an event randomly that has nothing to do with Twitch interaction, it's not going to work. It's going to fail miserably, and no one's going to support it financially on Patreon. That's number one. Number two, that would mean taking a time away from being an interactive streamer, which is what I need to focus on. I need to focus on being the interactive streamer. I'm putting out an interactive product that you guys like, so you'll come back every day. Oh, all of a sudden, randomly, Phil for a week is not going to pay attention to stream chat. That's not going to fly. You know what I mean? It's just not. So, sorry, PSVR games. Let me put it this way. If there were a killer app, if there were a game on PlayStation VR that was so good that it was a must-play, cannot-miss game. This is the make-or-break game for VR. If you play it, you're going to be blown away by VR and want to play VR all the time. That's never happened. All the games for VR end up being gimmicks. They end up being flash in the pan, a little bit of success here or there, and then no one ever talks about them again. The bottom line is I haven't played the PSVR for now, at this point, 2 years. The last game I played on PSVR was Resident Evil 7 in January of 2017. Guess what? No one has cared that I don't do VR. Everyone's like, well, it doesn't matter. You missed nothing. The games for VR are all fluff. They're all stupid. You're right. VR is a gimmick. I've said this when VR launched. I said it before VR launched. I said it's a gimmick. It's just like motion controls. It's just like the Kinect. It's just like every other stupid gimmick that everyone falls for and runs out and buys in the hype of the dumbass gaming media to hype this shit up to pretend like it's important so that they can have something to write about. It's a waste of fucking time. All right? It is. It's a waste of time. Okay? There's no reason to focus on this shit. And to sacrifice my interactivity with my stream to put on a stupid headset, you know, and walk around, have a sweaty fucking forehead and sweaty eyeballs to play this stupid thing and then feel queasy, it's not worth it. It's a waste of time. It was fun for the 2 months that I did it at launch to mess around with it, and then I decided to become an interactive streamer, and the whole thing just died. I don't need this anymore. It's a dumb gimmick I don't need. You know? It's kind of like the same thing with the Nintendo Labo. You know, last year, I could have dropped, no lie, about $500 to buy all the cardboard shit for the Labo, and I would have sat here on the floor of my fucking office miserable trying to build cardboard shit for hours on end, which would have been some of the most boring fucking streams you guys have ever seen in your life. Or I said, I could just skip this stupid gimmick and not do it because it's a waste of everyone's fucking time and I can play games that I enjoy. And guess what? I did, and it worked out fine. You know, the days of me wasting time on this garbage are over. You know, like there was a time when I was making ridiculous amounts of money on YouTube and I could afford to buy every stupid accessory and every dumb gimmick, and I would basically rip them all a new asshole. That was great for that era, but that era has passed. I don't have this kind of crazy disposable income to drop on shit. I just don't have money to buy VR games willy-nilly that I'm going to play a couple times and never play again, and no one's going to care about. You know, I don't have money for this shit. And I want to do interactive fun streams of games I enjoy, so the answer is no. There you go. Last Rambo Charity says you should play World War Z and try it. We would like your opinion of it. Well, as I've said, Last Rambo, I am considering it. What I need to know is it good enough? Is it good enough to play? And because it's $40, so is this a game that I'm going to play and I'm going to hate it because it's co-op only, and I'm playing with randoms and I don't have voice chat on because of trolling, and it's just boring as shit? Or is this a game that I'm going to jump in and have a lot of fun like I did with Left 4 Dead? I don't know. And I'm curious. The other thing is, you know, maybe if I played it co-op with viewers, it would be better, but then the viewers have to buy this fucking game. See what I mean? So, I don't know. I'm considering it. Middle class liberal softy has subscribed for 11 months in a row. Thank you very much. And he says, hold on a second. He says, congrats on the wedding, Phil. Won't lie, but I got a bit emotional listening to your special podcast the other day, and also Phoenix Wright for the win. Please do the voices. As I said, I don't know if I'm doing the voices. It's a different time, right? Saddam Hussein tipped me $2 and asked, will I ever play RuneScape? Well, Saddam, probably not. Isn't RuneScape a MMO? I mean, I could be wrong. I think it is, right? So if that is the case and it is an MMO, then the answer is no. But I don't know much about RuneScape. But thank you, Saddam. Thank you from the pits of hell where you're roasting forever. Thank you very much for the $2 tip. I appreciate it. Let's see here. Rightboard Marker. Subscribe for 4 months. It says, keep doing what you're doing, Phil. Don't let financial issues get you down. At this point, I'm done talking about them. If you haven't noticed, there's no reason for me to talk about them anymore, except you guys keep bringing them up. So the less you bring it up, the less I'll talk about them. We're back to normal. Real Talk Mod Me cheered and said, so you were talking about how you would have jumped to Twitch if you knew it was going to blow up. Mirai Masaki made a good point and said that you didn't know that YouTube would blow up, but you jumped to it. Is it because you became complacent? Huh? What? I don't understand what that means. How you jumped to something because you were complete? What? I don't understand what you mean when you say you jumped to YouTube. I didn't jump to YouTube at all. I started off on YouTube just dicking around, doing very short, short gameplay videos with a camera as just a silly hobby to kill time. I didn't jump to YouTube to do anything. I'm very confused. I don't know what this comment means. I'm sorry, but I can't answer it because I don't understand it. So, all right, I received a $2 tip from an anonymous person who says, mark your calendar. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 comes out July 19th. Holy shit, I'm putting that on my calendar right now. July 19th. Good stuff. Okay. All right, it's on the calendar. And I've said this before, but I'll say it again here today. Marvel Ultimate Alliance is one of the best co-op games, in my opinion. Like 1 and 2, I loved both games as co-op playthroughs. And I can't wait for 3. And I'm hoping that some of you, the viewers, will actually have a Switch and buy this game and want to do co-op with me. Because I'm very excited to do this game and do full co-op. So, yeah, let's do it. I'm very that summer. That's going to be a good summertime playthrough when otherwise there's nothing else going on. Marvel is hot right now. All the Marvel characters, the Marvel movies. We're about to have Marvel Avengers Endgame is about to come out and everything. So very excited, and hopefully it turns out to be a really good game. I hope so. Okay. Let's see here. T-Dubs cheered. He says, I'm sure you received my feedback email. I might start sending them once a month. Yes, I did, T-Dubs, and thank you for that. I always appreciate viewer feedback on anything. I read every single viewer email that I get. He says, keep doing what you're doing on Twitch. It's hard to look 10 years ahead when no one knows what will be the next big interactive live platform. It might evolve into something else, and you might evolve as well. You're absolutely right, T-Dubs. When I started on YouTube, no one even knew what Twitch was because it didn't exist. It was Justin TV. And, who the fuck would have thought streaming on something called Justin TV would blow up into an insanely huge interactive medium that everyone loves now. YouTube 10 years ago was the thing. And who would have predicted that YouTube would have fallen the fuck apart and just basically been a website everyone hates now? It really has gone a full 180. So it's interesting to see how things change over time, isn't it? Thank you for the cheer. Shadow King 236 is resubscribed for 16 months. Says, booyah. Thank you very much, Shadow King. Hodor Targ cheered. He says, I'm happy for your mom watching your son get married. But every mom also wants grandkids. Guess what? Kat and I don't want kids. It's that simple. I'm old. I'm 37 years old. I'm an old, wrinkly grandpa already here. I'm already at the age where I should be drinking prune juice and, wearing Depends. I can't be having kids now. This is nuts. I can barely hold my continence every day. All right, but no. We have no plans for kids. All right, we have no plans for kids. T-Dub cheered again. He says, RuneScape would be a nice, chill, late-night summer stream if Minecraft starts to get slow. So, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. Again, if it's an MMO, I probably wouldn't play it. And I don't know much about it anyway. All right. And Pres Vegeta subscribed for 3 months and says, let's do this. Thank you, Pres Vegeta, for the resub. All right. So, did I update everything properly? I think I did. Let's check on sub count now. RuneScape is an MMO. I was correct. Ellipsian has just confirmed it. All right. Well, yeah, I don't know if I want to play it then. All right, we're up to 498 subs, guys. This is good. This is good. The reason this is good is because we lost a ton of subs in the week I was away. But in the 2 days I've been back, we almost got them all back. Because I believe I was at, low 500s when I went on break. So, we've got most of the lost subs back already. And by the way, with all the new content, Mortal Kombat 11 and Days Gone coming up, I get we're going to get a spike. Which will be good. So, all right, everybody. I think it's time. I think it's time to end the pre-stream. Actually, I almost forgot. I want to do a shout-out to the cheerers. My bad. I want to do a shout-out to all the top cheerers so far this week, okay? So, without further ado, let's go ahead and give shout-outs to the top cheerers of the week. All right? We actually have a triple tie for 8th place between X Legacy 214, Uncanny But, and he cut off his name, which sucks. I can't read the rest of his name, but I guess Uncanny. Oh, Uncanny But Dandy, that's his name. And Bagel Goose. So all three, triple tie for 8th place, okay? Then we've got Golden Colts in 7th place. Yoshino Lover in 6th place. In 5th place, we've got Insomniatic Meat. In 4th place, Judicious Echoes. 3rd place goes to Vote Democrat. 2nd place this week is actually, wow, this has never happened before. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a tie for 1st. I don't think this has ever had a tie for 1st place. Very rarely, if ever, have I seen this happen. We have a tie for 1st place between Quack and Apple Peacock. They're actually tied at 1,000 bits each. So that's very surprising. Excuse me. So, pretty cool. Thank you guys for your support. I appreciate that very much. And, again, reminder, if you cheer, sub, or tip during today's stream, I will give you a shout-out. This is a narrative-based game, so there'll be tons of opportunity for me to give you shout-outs because I'm just reading text. You know, top cheerer, top tipper will make it right there up on the top of the leaderboard. All right? And if you need, by the way, I should start reading more general instructions. If you need instructions on how to do these things, like, for example, how to cheer, you can type ! Cheer into the stream chat, and it brings up a command that explains the whole system. If you want to know how to sub, ! Sub. If you want to know how to tip, ! Tip. Okay? All those things, all those commands in the stream chat bring up the explanations so that I don't, you know, if you're confused or whatever, you can understand how to do it. All right? I almost never say that. So, okay. Thank you guys very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. And I think we're going to end the pre-stream and we're going to begin with... Oh, hold on. The Void just tipped me $1 and says, you should make a Scrubs sent to ban world counter for people banned that day to discourage detractors. Listen, some people celebrate that stuff. I don't, you know. For me, one of the most successful days would be a day I don't have to ban anybody. A day when everyone just came by and had fun and no one came in to be a dick and insult others or insult me or derail the stream chat or basically try to start drama. You know, a day when we could all just have a nice chill day and no one has to be moderated is probably the best ideal day. I don't know if we'll ever have a day like that, quite frankly, because we know human nature is to just fuck with people. But, you know, I don't celebrate that stuff. So, no, I'm not going to do it. Oh, a counter of how many people were banned today. Because the other thing is, all that's going to do, that's going to incite people to make more troll accounts and say more ridiculous things to get banned to make the ban counter go up. So, sorry, I'm much smarter than that, and I'm not doing it. Okay? Thank you to Firm High Five, who did a 100-bit cheer. He says, have you tried the new orange or vanilla Coke? Congratulations on your wedding. Well, thank you for the congrats. No, I didn't even know it existed. So, see, the thing is, I don't really buy soda. I don't go out and buy a bottle of soda to drink at home or anything like that. If I'm going to have soda, it'll be because I'm out already. And I'm at a restaurant or maybe a quick fast food place. And a lot of the fast food places around here have what's called the Coke, what is it called? The Coke Freestyle machine. And that means you could get whatever kind of Coke you want. So you could get like vanilla orange Coke just from the machine. It adds the flavorings to the basic Coke. Like, I like one of the ones that I like to get is cherry Coke. Or you could get cherry Dr. Pepper, which is really good. And it just adds the cherry flavoring to your regular soda. So, this is like orange vanilla Coke isn't even new to me. Like, that's something that I can get if I go to certain restaurants around here. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't really drink soda that much. Very, very, not often at all. So, Jack Spartacus says, resubscribe for 25 months. He says, I subbed last night, Twitch. Yeah, sometimes Twitch has a delay between when you actually resub and when that resub will show up. I don't know why. I know it's weird, but it does. Sometimes there's a weird delay. And I guess you saw it, but thank you very much for resubbing Jack. Super Blind Man, what's up, man? He did a 500-bit cheer. That makes Super Blind Man the top cheer of the day. He says, I'm here for the Phoenix. Let's do this thing. Give it all you've got, DSP. All right, let's update that leaderboard with Super Blind Man now at the top cheering spot. Thank you, Super Blind Man. That is 500 bits. Thank you, sir. Lady Morag has subscribed for 27 months in a row. Thank you very much for 27 months of support, Lady Morag. T-Dubs cheered. He said, before I forget, congrats on your wedding, Phil. Thank you very much, T-Dubs. Appreciate that. Freddie Lamar Bosley did a 100-bit cheer, and he says, can you explain why you think investing in stocks is gambling? No, we're not going to derail the stream and turn it into investment talk. And Adolf, tip me $1. Says, is there no chance for you and Swaggins to patch things up? I didn't have a falling out with Swaggins. I had no falling out with Swaggins. Everything is on his end. Everything's been self-contained completely on his end. He never came to me to talk about anything. He just completely went off the rails by himself. So, all his problems are internal. If he ever solves his problems and wants to come back and talk to me and consider, coming back or whatever, that's fine. But everything that's happened is on his side. Like, there's never been, I'm angry at Swaggins, and now I don't want him to be on the streams or be a mod anymore. I'm not. None of this all happened on his end. So that's what I mean when I hear weird shit about, he's angry at you and stuff. He didn't say a word to me, and, this isn't anything that we ever talked about, so he's got to solve his own shit, X-Legacy cheered and said, objection! Let's do this thing. That's right. Let us do this thing. All right. Okay. All right, guys. It's now